for? Strictly business. Yeah. You want a job or get rich? I'm bossed up. 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 I got boss in my IV. Just check my ID, and that's why I be the HNIC. People despise me. My services ain't free. Ain't trying to hear your story, homie. Cop me, no please. In high school, corner, quarterback. Nowadays, corner, quarter sack. Keep that on the low. Rappers turning into rats. Fly snitching on themselves. DEA ransack.
What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boys. We back in the building. It's your boy OG Mel and the Bay Area bully Moolah's in the building. And the High Daddy was right on point. Don't even mute. The High Daddy was right on point.
Yep, I got a little buddy Big Fro here. Featuring right now.
It's a football Friday, of course. We got one more week before the draft. 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Yep, 2 weeks. Draft will start on the Thursday, which is kind of weird, but it's all good. But we are almost there, so we can get into a few things. It is my 31st birthday today. Getting a little older in the world.
I didn't even know that.
Appreciate you, big dog. Yep. You know, getting older in this world, man. Trying to catch up to my boy OG Mel over here, but you know, slow and steady wins the race. You know what I'm saying?
You're only as old as your feet.
There you go.
That's it. That's how my dad used to tell me. He's like, look, you're only as old as your feet. So you can be 22 and have a 55-year-old body.
Hey, man, I'm trying to tell you because sometimes I feel, 22, but then sometimes, especially after games, I feel 72. So just depends.
Them pads will wear out on the body. Lot of stuff in the news. I want to touch on my man Uncle Shay Shay. He gave me another good interview with my man Cam. Did you watch it? I know I sent you.
I did. I caught it. What specifically did you want to get into? Because they talked about a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They did talk about a lot. I like the Florida stuff. I guess he cleared up some of the stuff about why he left the University of Florida.
Yep. Which I think in this aspect, because there was a lot of rumors around that, I think that was definitely something that he needed to do.
Right. And and Shannon does a great. I don't know how I'm not gonna say how he does it, but his interview process, the way that he conducts the interviews is dope because he asks questions that require very in-depth answers so that the person answering has to actually, it's not a blanket yes, no, it's no vague answers when they have to.
This is the thing about Shannon, and this is the thing that I think a lot of people don't, or a lot of people hate, right? Because when you look at Shannon, right, and a lot of people don't really see football players in this aspect to where they can come into a different world and, conduct interviews, talk about different sports, and be knowledgeable within that. And when you see Shannon and you see how he conducts himself and conducts his interviews, it's top of the line, top tier. So obviously he's worked on his craft to the point where, he can get these large guests and have them continue to be engaged at all point in times of the conversation.
Right. And you know what's funny is that Cam has his own podcast. He could literally just done this on his own pod.
This is facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that you have your own pod, but you go on someone else's pod to tell this story is absolutely ridiculous and amazing. And it's just a testament to Shannon Sharp.
I think this is the thing though, right? I think this is the best thing about this is because when you have these guys that have their own pods, that have their own platforms, some people don't necessarily take them seriously on their own platform when they're telling stories about themselves, right? So like Matt Barnes, for instance, he was on another podcast and he was talking about everything that he was going through in high school and stuff like that. Like normally he can do that on his own podcast, All the Smoke, but taking the time to be on somebody else's podcast to, open up about something that, he could obviously do on his podcast. I think it shows a different level of vulnerability and it shows that this a different level of realness. Like, okay, well, he can obviously do this shit on his podcast, but like taking that time to talk about this on somebody else's podcast really brings it to a different level, because not a lot of people will do this. A lot of people will take that time on their podcast to normally talk about themselves, and it's like, that's not what we hear. You feel me?
Right.
But like when they are the guests, that is why we hear.
I guess,
So that's,
you know what? You're right. That is a difference between hosting your pod and then being a guest on someone else's. Because as the host, you wouldn't technically, there would be no reason for Cam to have that conversation.
exactly.
Okay. 100%.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
Why I said it was really dope for Shay to really get into that, and for Cam to dispel all of these rumors and really get into the real story as to how it happened and why he went the route he took. Because like I said, there's just a lot of speculation that a lot of people didn't know. So just to clear up his name, clear up his legacy, and smooth out a lot of the rumors that a lot of people try to put on his name, I think that that was a really good thing. I want him to get Jameson next. I'm not gonna lie to you. I need a Jameson interview.
I pay money to watch Jameson talk.
I need a Jameson interview. I'm trying to tell you, give me a Jameson interview.
You know what? Shit, maybe we can get. Well, I'm gonna see if I can.
I'm trying to tell you, hopefully, because man, 5 minutes, Jameson. Just give us 5 minutes, dog.
Yeah. I also liked about the interview, him talking about the locker room and how it was, toxic but competitive and all of these things. But what it did was it made me realize, even though this was a totally separate team, it made me realize how dope Miami was.
Mm-hmm.
Because for Miami to have the type of talent and stuff that they had, but they never had any real issues. Like there was no issues amongst the players and stuff like that. Like at least from our vantage point, there was no internal beef. Like you haven't heard one person say anything bad about that team or any player on that team or anything. And you talk about for 5, 6 years, 7 years, that locker room produced some of the best football players in the NFL
of all time.
When you got, Frank Gore is like the 4th string running back, and
man,
who was the DJ Williams had to move the linebacker because he couldn't play running back.
They had Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, like, oh my gosh, bro, like the Antro Rail, bro, freaking.
Yeah. Like Sean Taylor was like playing special teams.
Reed. I was gonna say Sean Taylor was playing special teams, bro. Jonathan Vilma, Ray Lewis, like, come on, bro. Like, just all of these guys, bro. And that's the thing, like, when a lot of people talk about fights in the locker room and stuff like that, like, it takes a different type of brotherhood to really be together for that period of time and not fall apart. Right. And this is before the transfer portal, bro. So like a lot of people don't understand. Like,
I don't think those teams could exist if there was a transfer portal.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like a lot of these guys, that's the thing. Like a lot of you people don't understand. Like there's no transfer portal, there's no social media. Like a lot of these niggas didn't even have phones and shit like that. Like the first fucking phones they was talking on was fucking bricks and shit. You know what I'm saying? No kids with the flashlight on. Like y'all don't know about the shit that motherfuckers had to deal with back in the day.
We got to jump into that next week.
You know what I'm saying? So like the camaraderie that there was, bro, like there was no, you feel me, linking up through social media on the Zoom and FaceTime. Like, nah, like people would pull up to a party, people would pull up to each other's houses, watch film, play the game, you know what I'm saying, go out together. Like they built a brotherhood. So now when you hear about Ed Reed talking about his teammate in college and his teammate in the league and Ed Reed, and you hear how they talk about each other, like that's why when you hear them talking about Terrell Suggs and you hear him talking about Jonathan Vilma and you hear him talking about all these guys, it's like that's why, because they built so much of a brotherhood that nothing can come between them. Like that's why it's so. That's why they went and won championships and were as successful as they was. And when you look at it now in professional aspects, you don't see that, right? Because nobody has that. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna grind it out, bro, no matter how long it takes, and we're gonna try to get as many goddamn championships as we can. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has that togetherness, that camaraderie. Everybody wants to get out to get a bag and this and I need to shine, and that's what it is now.
I think what happened is that sports became selfish when it used to be selfless. Like I used to enjoy, like I said, I played receiver, but I liked to block. Like that was my thing. Like because I understood in order for me to get something, I got to give something. So my my head coach always told me, "It's like, look, if you want the ball, you're going to have to block on this week.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't have to do it. You got to earn. You got to earn this pass. Like so, that's what we did. And now I get, and like I said, I know times change, so I'm not going to be old guy, get off my lawn guy. But what are y'all playing for? Because I used to play to see my guys succeed. It wasn't really about me. It was about
Man,
it was about the team. What can did the team succeed? Like we watch guys that'll go out, they'll get one catch for 5 yards. The team, the team will win by 15 points, 14 points, whatever it may be. But they mad. Oh, I didn't get the ball but one time.
but
Well,
y'all won the game.
but you won the game. And my coach, I was always told, like, it's not about how many opportunities you get. It's about what do you do with the opportunities you have.
See, this is how I know people don't listen to music, Mel, because when I was growing up, right, on the field, a lot of my coaches, they grew up and they love, West Coast music. They love old school music, right? And my coach always brought up this one song in particular, right? Regulators. Can't be no geek off the street. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn your keep. That's what he used to say all the time. Every single time. You know what I'm saying? Somebody used to complain about playing time, used to complain about this. He used to literally scream out, regulators. Can't be no geek off the street. You know what I'm saying? You got to earn your keep. And he would repeat that all the fucking time because he had a motive. You can't be just no regular smuggler, bro. I'm not gonna just give you the ball just because you feel like you fast. I'm not gonna just give you the ball because you think you good. Nah, you gotta earn your spot. You feel me?
I earned my spot on defense in ninth grade because I would go down on kickoff and lay somebody out every time I went down. To the point where the defense coach was like, "Who is that? I need him on the defense." Like this is all it is. It's like it's all about 1-2. We don't have that no more. But that was how we do. That was a little side tangent that we always go off on a side tangent.
Well, I chalk it up to, before we move on, I chalk it up to, like I always say, competitive spirit. Niggas just ain't competitive no more, bro.
And maybe that'll be the topic for next week.
I think it has to be. Bring back competitiveness.
I think we're gonna have to do that. So what did you get from the Cam Uncle Shay interview?
I thought it was thoroughly entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is two of probably the most polarizing podcast people that we have on YouTube right now, right? Mm-hmm. Outside of probably Ryan Clark and Matt Barnes himself, right? With all the smoke and the Pivot podcast. But when you just look at the structure of it, look at how the conversation went, man, I just thought it was really dope for those two guys to kind of sit down and have a really open conversation, especially two guys coming from the field that we come from, right? Because everybody always tries to put this stereotype on football players. Well, they don't have they're not business savvy, or they don't know how to talk, or they don't know how to speak, or they don't know how to conduct themselves in interviews and stuff like that. Like, I hope everybody who said that, this is dispelling all these interviews. This is dispelling all them dumbass.
You look crazy.
Because you see a lot of these former athletes going into the podcast world, going into the broadcast booth, going into the analytic booths, and they're proving y'all wrong every single fucking day.
You know what? Boom. That'll be the topic. Competitiveness, competitive nature in the NFL. And let's talk. I want to talk about the athletes that are in sports media.
Mm-hmm. Sports stigmas against sports athletes.
Like that, those two things. Because I really, like you said, I think a lot of these guys have changed the way sports media looks, feels, and sounds.
Definitely.
Because of some of them are absolutely ridiculous and stupid and shouldn't be in front of a camera shading the court.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that because we're gonna get to that because that's definitely for next week. That's definitely for next week.
Yeah, it's just for me, that was the main thing I took from it. Like, I love the stories, I love the opening up, right? I love the vulnerability, but for me, listening to a lot of these people talk about athletes in a negative point or a negative connotation when they don't even watch the athletes. They don't even know how these athletes are off the field, but they're giving you that preview of them during the podcast off the field, and people don't even care to listen until their name's all big and stuff like that, and then start to hear about it because they're going viral now. And it's like, nah, like they've been doing this for a while, but y'all have been so caught up in drinking the Kool-Aid of all these athletes are dumb jocks and they don't know anything. Nah, they're showing you right now that they know a lot, but y'all never gave them that grace. But it's okay, it's good. They're gonna let y'all know real quick. Don't worry about it.
Yep. So some different stuff in the news. Some NFL uniform changes. You know, I'm an NFL drip guy, so this was very intriguing, to say the less, for me. Hold on, let me see if I can find. Okay. Let's start off with these Detroit Lions, because what they did, I fucked.
I've been looking at a lot of these uniform drops, man, and some of them, some of y'all got them. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of y'all got them. Some of y'all, I'm not gonna hold you. Some of y'all missed a little bit, just a little bit. Go back, tweak it a little bit. I think y'all might come up with something nice, but some of y'all might have missed just a little bit.
Let me see. I got it. Okay, I got that one. Where's the other one? That one. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna have to. I gotta put them on the other side. That's why. Okay. Here we go. All right. This is the Detroit Lions.
The NFC North, the black and blue division. 4 storied teams contending to be king, but there can only be one. We'll be the one.
Now, if I was making a team in Madden, if I was going to redo the Detroit Lions, that's the way I would do it. Because they need.
That looks like a few Madden teams or college football NCAA 14 teams that I'd have named a few times. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that color scheme. But I will say this. It is 2024. There's no reason why y'all should be using the punch clock. If y'all don't catch up with the time to get an app or something on the phone, what is the matter with y'all?
Hey, look, it's the old school with the new school.
I get it, I'm saying a little bit, but man.
But the way I look at it is, I think the NFL, I get tradition 100%, but I think you got to upgrade these uniforms, man. Like, this is a step in the right direction for the Lions. Because they got their, they still got the silver helmet and all that bullshit.
Yeah,
cool. But with the stuff that they do with college uniforms and stuff now, like, it's time to get it. It's time to get it cracking.
Yeah.
Like, get these uniforms up. Like, get them up. I don't want, like, there's just certain teams, like, we've been looking at the same uniform for 60 years. Like, dog, like, it's gotta go.
I'm not gonna lie. I share those same sentiments, and they've been trying to do it right. They've been trying to do it with the alternates and bringing back the throwbacks, and then a few years ago with the color rush. Like, but y'all just gotta get more. Okay, we
just got to just change it. Like I like the blue helmets, I like the black jerseys with the blue numbers, the blue like jazz that shit up.
Right? We need variety. Give us more
Yeah.
variety. Jazz it up a little bit. Bring more color out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The Detroit versus everybody. I like all that. Like if that's what you
Yeah.
want, lean into that.
Yeah.
That's your shit.
You feel me? Get y'all, you know what I'm saying? Bring out y'all creativity side. Bring out y'all 2024. What the fuck is it called? I don't want to say not too Gen Z, but like go like millennial, I guess, if that's what you want to put it.
If Oregon has that many alternate uniforms, then the NFL should have that many alternate uniforms.
Especially by Nike, right? And you know, Nike got his footprint in a lot of. I feel like Nisha, y'all better stop playing, man.
Yeah, like you gotta do better, man. You gotta do better. Speaking of doing better, you might like this one. I remember. I think we talked about this one, but I think you might like this one. I had to mute it because it was gonna get copywritten because of the music.
I feel that. I feel that most definitely.
But the gold face mask, bruh.
Finally.
I would have a Vegas gold uniform if I was the 49ers.
They would. I mean, they would be about 20 years too late.
It would be, but I would go with the red, with the gold numbers, with the red pants.
What?
With the gold helmets, with the gold face mask?
Probably sauce. Oh my God.
With the gold cleats.
Oh, see, thank you. With the gold cleats. Come on now.
I would go nuts. I would go nuts.
Absolutely insane. That's what I'm saying. You know, like, and this thing. When I was watching the Raw Room the other day, right? And they was talking about the uniform, dude, and he'd be going around with the clipboard and shit. Y'all niggas don't got no drip anyway, bro.
Right.
Y'all ain't got no drip anyway. I'm sorry, bro. Like, I get it, but y'all be risking fines to be out there looking. Just come on.
This is for TV, man. This is for TV.
You're on national television, millions of people watching, and that's how you coming out? And you think that's drip? Please.
Nah, I'm gonna tighten up. Like those, like I would go crazy.
Come on now.
Speaking of go crazy, these niggas. This team is my favorite new team. I told you. It's my favorite new team. They've been going crazy. I didn't even know they got a new uniform.
I'm already knowing who you talk about, and I share the same sentiments exactly. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Same sentiments.
I mean. Them fucking helmets are disgusting. What?
Helmets are disgusting.
I can come out of retirement to wear that fucking uniform.
Right now. Send me the uniform. Send me the uniform and the helmet wrap. And I'm telling you, I'm wearing that outside to the club.
I said, there's no way that shit is real. They was like, no, that's real. An official helmet. I was like, that is nuts. That's nuts. That's what I'm talking about right there. It's like, yo, get these motherfuckers. I want to look fresh when I step on. With that helmet, them jerseys, oh my, and that color scheme is crazy. Like I said, if you do red, white, and blue right,
it's fire.
It's fire. It's beyond fire.
It's fire. You can't. If you do it right, you cannot miss, bro. You cannot miss. And the way they blended that with, hey, whoever on the NPR team,
yo,
shout out to you.
Designed those uniforms, A+, brother.
For sure, you get an A+. What you just definitely deserve an award, okay, for that design. Because yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I was like, them helmets is nuts. I was like, okay, y'all see the Houston is really trying to do it. Like they was like, fuck the Cowboys. Fuck the Cowboys.
No, quite literally. They're like, nigga, we're gonna be the new team in Houston. They are winning the offseason in every way, shape, or form.
They have won it on all fronts.
Like in every way, shape, and form.
And they got 9 picks in the draft. So now they get to top it off with the picks in the draft.
Mm-hmm. And just double back. Like, yeah, we here. Okay. We here. If the Texans win the Super Bowl next year, I swear I'm gonna lose.
I'm not. They're my favorite. They're my top 3.
I'm gonna lose my shit. I gotta pull up to Houston just cause. We're gonna go see DJ and them just cause.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Look, I got 49ers, Ravens, Texans. Those are my 3.
Oh man, cause that is crazy. Shout out to Houston, man, because y'all doing some things. Yeah. Everybody else take notes, because
take notes. There are just certain teams that your uniform should just be fire no matter what. Like the Bengals, there's so much shit you can do with the Bengals to make the Bengals uniforms crazy.
The Bengals piss me off every single year, because every single year I think like, yo, y'all can really do some crazy shit with y'all uniforms this year, bro. Nope. Even with the color, even with that whole color rush thing, bro, I'm like, bro, y'all are onto it.
You on it. You right there. You just not there yet.
Y'all fumble. Oh, y'all fumble because y'all was right
there. Look, I would flip the orange and black on the helmets, like make the fucking helmet black. And then the Bengal stripes orange.
Yes.
Like, there's so many things you can do to make their uniforms. I mean, ridiculously dope.
I would literally have a new, like, with the Bengals specifically, you can literally be Oregon.
Yes.
You can literally be, or like down to the helmet, and you can literally be Oregon.
Yep.
Sauce every week. Oh my goodness.
Like
y'all designers in the NFL, y'all fumble the bag, bro. Y'all need to go ahead and hire us.
Because you could sell, like, the merch would be ridiculous. My merch sales would be crazy.
Can you imagine popping out with a motherfucking Jamar Chase, crazy, all white with the off-white Bengal stripe jersey?
Bro, like, it's
where did you get that? Like, what? This the new Bengals jersey. You ain't see this? Nah, see, you ain't up on game yet, huh?
There's like even the Bears. The Bears make their shit so basic. Like them, the fucking Raiders.
They piss me off.
I don't know why these niggas don't have an all-black uniform. It makes no sense to me.
Thank you. I've been saying it since I was like 10 years old. Wear the all black, bro. Wear it all black.
A black helmet with the fucking Black Raider symbol with the fucking silver face mask.
Come on, bro.
Bro, let me design these uniforms, man.
Come on, bro. And then you can have it, because especially with the Raiders, you can have it themed. Blackout. Everybody come in black, bro. What?
Yeah. And I would get away from that dull ass. Like, if we gonna do silver, that shit gonna be chrome.
Chrome. See, man, come on. They got to get us on the design team immediately.
I'm not doing that old shit. Nah. If we're gonna do fucking gold, it's gonna be gold. If we're gonna do silver, it's gonna be chrome.
Chrome silver, platinum silver, damn.
Platinum, that shit gonna be shiny as fuck. When the sun hit it, we fucking eyes up.
Yeah, we gonna be blinding niggas out there.
Like, nah, man. Get away from that. Like, who was it? Didn't Louisville go with with that ruby red helmet?
Yes, and you remember when you busted out that platinum with the platinum face mask?
Mm-hmm. Like, dog, the NFL gotta change, bro. Get all that, like all those dull colors. Get rid of them.
Get them out of there.
Get them out of here.
Because you really know who can have really the coldest uniforms in the league that most people won't even think about.
Who?
The motherfucking Commanders.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've always said that.
never talk about the Commanders because that color scheme is fucking insane, and you can do so much with that, bro.
Yep. It's easy. It is too easy to make these uniforms explode like on camera. Like, because one, y'all got the money to do it. I get it why colleges are hesitant to do it, not the NFL.
Yeah, not the NFL. Like, come on.
Nah.
Come on.
Every color you should have should be popping. It should be bright. It should be luminescent. All of those things.
You know what I mean?
Like the Ravens, that purple would be so goddamn purple.
Look, like deep purple, okay? With the black. Oh, y'all crazy, bro. What?
Yep. Like it would be like it's nuts. Like there's too many. Like even with the Eagles, they need to go back to the Kelly green that they had in the 80s and the 90s. Get rid of that bullshit that they got now.
Shut it down. Shut the world down and go back to the Kelly greens.
Like those shits that color was fire.
Go back to the Kelly greens with the old Eagles logo. I'm trying to tell you, money.
Yep.
Money. Ain't nothing stopping you. Oh,
nah, they went too dark. Like all of the colors are too dark.
Go ahead.
That's why the Rams look so dope on TV because their blue it's not a dark blue.
Yeah, it's not that dark ass fucking navy blue that they was rocking with in the fucking 2000s with the Great Show on Turf. They got that light.
They went modern, but they went back to the LA Rams colors.
Yeah, LA Ram colors. You know what I'm saying? The original. They brought it back to the homeland.
You know, that's what the Chargers need to do. Chargers need to go back to the powder blues, man. Update that but just update it. Just update it. That's all.
Man, that's the only thing that makes the Chargers relevant is them damn powder blues. If you update them, Jones, with the helmet,
it's like when Tampa pulled out the creamsicles.
With the cool.
Bro, like it's something about
the creamsicles. Just update them. Just update them just a smidge. Not even a lot. Just a smidge. Oh my god! And put that old Buccaneers logo back on, bro.
Yeah, like some shit. You just gotta update it. You ain't gotta do too much change into it. Just update it.
I'm trying to tell you. And Patriots, for the love of everything that is good in football, okay?
You about to go back to the old joints?
Bro, go back to the old joints, man.
Yeah. I even when I played them niggas in Madden, that's what I do.
Every time. I'm going back to them old things, man. Them Jones is crazy.
Yep. Nah, it's NFL, and it's not, for people who gonna like, oh, y'all just nostalgia shit. No, them shits was just dope.
That's just this fire, the scheme. Like, I don't know who the designer was when they made those, but bring him back or bring her back or whoever that was. Okay, bring him back. Okay, give him a raise.
Because it just looks clean. It looks dope.
It looks fire when you drop the merch. The merch sells out quick because it's fire and it goes. Well, oh, I got some shoes to go with that, or I got a hat to go with that, or some of my jeans. Like it just sells more, bro. Like
I've been saying this. If there's one team that really needs to go back to their old shit, them Seattle Seahawks.
Woo!
You take that shit back and just do what I said. You ain't got to do the gray. Just do silver. With that blue, man. Some people don't realize how dope those old Seahawk uniforms were.
Man, with that little splash of green that they be trying to throw in there. Come on, bro.
Yeah, like it's. Man, look. Some of them old NFL uniforms.
Like, y'all, I'm trying to tell you, dog. Y'all can really have some things going on here. Y'all can really have some things going on here if y'all really sat back and really focused and really took the time, man. You feel me? Because even the Broncos, bro, like the Broncos, they
got new uniforms too. I don't know what the official uniform is. So I need to see it. That's why I didn't put it up. They had a mock-up of it, but I don't know if that's the actual one. So
I need to see it.
Yeah. But what it looks like, it looks dope. It looks dope. If that's the one.
I need to see it because they've been pissing me off for years. But if y'all watching, because we know y'all be watching and still in our shit, go ahead. You feel me? If you want to give us a little shout out, that's cool. If not, we understand. But just know that we got the ideas over here, and if y'all want to, if we just so happen to see some of these ideas pop up later, you know what I'm saying? We know where you.
Hey, we good. Hey, look, I don't care. Just just put Melon Moo in real small writing on the bottom.
Right there at the bottom of the screen. We know it's all good. But in the fine print, you know what I'm saying? We know how y'all like to do.
All right. So we know what the show is for. You know why we. With the NFL draft approaching, it's time to take a look back. And not to look back at the great ones. No, we're gonna take it back and take a look. Shout out to Kwame Brown. Bust Life. Go watch his podcast, my man. I love Kwame. He does his shit. NFL's draft bust. There was a bunch of people that they had considered bust that I didn't consider bust. I'm trying to think, who did they have on there that I was like, nah, he wasn't a bust. They had Reggie Bush.
I can't say Reggie Bush is a bust.
And I was like, I don't consider Reggie Bush a bust.
I think the problem that Reggie fell into was that everybody expected him to succeed.
Reggie Bush. I think he suffered from. Remember, we were talking about same thing about with Tavon. He was ahead of his time. You didn't know what to do with a guy like Reggie Bush at that time.
Yeah, and I think with Reggie, like I said, like we said earlier, his play style I think was definitely ahead of his time. But I think with how the league was at that time, and I think with the expectations that he came in, I think that kind of ultimately stalled his career, right? Because everybody expected him to be this superstar, every down back type thing. But if you looked at how he played in college, like he played a lot of football in college, and I understand that was his play style in college, but you can tell when he translated to the league that wasn't going to be his play style. So I think that the Saints really, I don't want to say stalled him, but they kind of fucked up his career by not using him the correct way. And you kind of really didn't see the way he was supposed to be used until he got to Detroit, really, honestly, because that's when I felt like they started to use him the right way.
Agreed. So let's see. If you would ask me who is the NFL's all-time bust, regardless of position, that shit was hard because there's a lot of people who could fit that.
Man, just think about it.
And I'll give one, and it's not just because he was a bust. It's because who got drafted literally right after him, and that would be Tony Mandarich. Like the Packers drafted him, and then right after that, the Lions drafted Barry Sanders.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that is tragic.
Then after that, the Chiefs drafted Derek Thomas. And then after that, Deion Sanders got drafted.
Isn't it crazy how shit work out?
That's nuts.
Like I always kind of think about that whenever, like, I always think about that when it comes to the NBA draft in Minnesota because they had two opportunities to draft Steph Curry, and you
just walked back both. And it wasn't the fact that you had the opportunity to draft Steph Curry. You drafted 2 point guards.
You drafted 2 point guards, and it's like
You basically said fuck Steph Curry. Like
That's
you,
basically what you did, bro. Like you basically was like, "Who the
I'm
fuck is
gonna
this
draft
light-skinned loser
anybody
nigga?"
but Steph Curry.
Literally, like, who the fuck is this light skin loser ass nigga, bro? We're not gonna draft this nigga. Like, what, nigga? Give me Ricky Rubio and some other nigga we never heard of. But
Who was it? It was like who two guards did they took? It was
they took Ricky Rubio and some other
was
irrelevant nigga who's not even in the league no more, bro.
I think it was a guard from like Syracuse.
Yes, bro. Like, I don't even remember his name. That's how relevant he is. You feel me? Like,
Was it Matt Flynn?
was it? Like, damn, well, hold on. I can look. Look. I know.
Or was it fuck was it you got it. You'll get it.
Yeah, because I always I always go back and look at this, and I always think about this. Like, what the fuck was y'all thinking, bro? Like, why would y'all niggas?
Right.
Why the fuck would you niggas do this shit, dog? Like, what
It's
the
like
hell?
it's like you doubled down on your stupid.
Like, no, like not even like double down, bro. Like literally back to back, bro. Like quite literally back to back. Like you niggas were dumb as fuck. Cause yeah, they took Ricky Rubio at 5 and Johnny Flynn. Johnny
Flynn.
Flynn
Johnny Flynn. That's what it was.
at 6.
I said Matt Flynn, but it was Johnny Flynn. I knew it was one of them two niggas.
Bro. Oh my god. I know this isn't a basketball show, but Steph Curry was literally the next pick.
Right. And there you have it.
And then the pick after that was Jordan Hill, but the pick after that was DeMar DeRozan.
This just lets you know that drafting is not an easy thing. Because
shit, I can't breathe. Oh my god.
Because it's too hard. Like it's the process, and that's why it's hard to determine who's a bust and who's not, because it's really based upon, for me anyway, circumstance and situation. Because if you send a good player to a bad team, like what are they supposed to do? Like they had Derek Carr on there, and I will never put Derek Carr in the bust category because the Texans set that man up for failure from day one.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing is like you can't. There's some like you said, there's some situations where it's not the quarterback's fault, and a lot of these guys, just like we talked about a few episodes ago, a lot of these teams will bring these young guys in and expect them to play hero ball and save the fucking franchise when it's their job, i.e., general managers and coaches, to save the fucking franchise, but they expect the players to save the fucking franchise, which is fucking stupid. And then when the player ultimately can't save the franchise because they didn't give them the ample tools to do so, then now everybody wants to have a problem with the player. No, he's a draft bust, he's weak, he's this and this and that. It's like, what the fuck did you niggas do to help him?
Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. Thank you.
Like, y'all didn't do shit to fucking help this nigga at all, bro. And like, it's been apparent for like that for every single goddamn time. Like, they did the same thing with Josh Rosen from UCLA. They put him in fucking in Arizona.
I didn't even put Josh Rosen on my list because of the same reason. I was just like, it wasn't his fault. Like, what did you expect him to do on a bad team? Like, what did you expect him to do?
With no offensive line, no running game, no receivers, and horrible deep. Like, what the fuck is the nigga supposed to do? Throw it to himself? Like Marcus Mariota did when he was on the Titans? Oh, is he considered a bust too? Because y'all only put him. This is before Derrick Henry, right?
This was after you had already fucked up Vince Young.
I was gonna say this is after you already fucked up Vince Young, right? This is when you guys overpaid DeMarco Murray, didn't bring in a receiver for Marcus Mariota, and then essentially ran DeMarco Murray into the ground because you didn't have an O-line to help him spring like the Cowboys O-line did. You didn't have an O-line to block Marcus Mariota. Again, you had no receivers literally no receivers, and unless his name was Kenny Britt, who barely showed up on Sundays.
Which was horrible.
No defense.
Kenny Britt is your best receiver.
And then Marcus Mariota gets hurt, and now he's all of a sudden a draft bust. Now all of a sudden he can't play football when he was literally out there throwing to himself and getting y'all to the playoffs with Delaney Walker. That's literally all y'all gave him.
That's all he had.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, but if you want to talk about draft bust and people who should have never even been in those situations as a quarterback, let's bring up one, because look, the Cleveland Browns have a history of doing dumb shit, but the Brady Quinn shit was
oh god
dumb. dumb. He wasn't good in college.
I just want to know why they did that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what possessed him to be like, you know what? That's our guy. Like, no, what made y'all think like, yeah, he's our guy. I like that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing in college showed me like, yeah, no, he's
No.
one of them ones for
Just
sure.
because he went to Notre Dame does not mean he's going to be a decent quarterback.
Just because, and that's the thing. A lot of these guys get drafted off college name alone. Like, oh yeah, he went to Notre Dame, or he went to LSU, or he went to like niggas. So what? Can he play?
Right. Matt Leinart. Let's go. Let's run him down. We're gonna run him down.
Right? Shoot, Matt. Oh God, Matt Leinart. Don't even get me started because that man.
You talk about booty butt cheeks.
That man.
That was Matt Leinart. He was the definition of he had insane talent around him. So you didn't know how bad he was as a quarterback.
Like, if you talk about insane talent, that nigga was surrounded by one of the most stacked USC teams of all time.
Yep.
On offense and defense.
Yep.
And it's crazy because he wasn't even the best quarterback on the team.
No, he wasn't.
Cough, cough. Carson Palmer was.
Well, this is why he only played. Well, no. Matt Leinart actually played what, 3 years? 2 years.
2 years.
2 years. Like, no. No, who else was ass? And they thought he was going to be the savior? Joey Harrington.
Because, like, I mean,
Yep. You want to know Sam Bradford?
So Sam Bradford is a big one. Oh, he's a big one.
Booty.
Big one.
And it's easy. Everybody dumps on Ryan Leaf. I'm not going to dump on Ryan Leaf. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep Ryan Leaf out of this. The two people I'm keeping out of this conversation is Ryan Leaf and Jamarcus Russell because they get all of the heat. I'm bringing the flames to everybody else.
Ryan Leaf and Jamarcus Russell. Okay, first of all, outside of his legal disputes and battles, Ryan Leaf wasn't that bad. The Chargers were bad.
And
The Chargers were very bad.
And a part of the Ryan Leaf fuck up, like I said, is who was taken after them.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not like they could have took the quarterback they probably actually wanted in Peyton. He was gone already.
No, I thought they traded up. They switched they moved up to get Ryan Leaf.
Well, yeah, but they probably tried to move up to get Peyton, but Indianapolis with the first pick was like, yeah, no, fuck that. You niggas, fuck no, hell no, no.
Why am I thinking it happened the other way around?
Them niggas was like, hell, motherfucking no, nigga, we not, no, y'all not, no, y'all can, nigga, y'all stay at second though, because nigga, we know who the fuck is coming down this line, nigga. Y'all not getting that first pick, bro. Y'all not, don't do that, bro. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Yeah, San Diego traded Arizona traded San Diego for the number 2 pick. And then San Diego did wait.
No.
Wait a minute. Hold on, wait. I gotta look it up. I gotta look this up.
No, because I'm trying to pull it up right now. Because didn't Charles Woodson go? Wait a minute.
Charles Woodson went 4th to the Raiders.
Okay. Oh, okay, that's right. They traded up to get Ryan Leaf.
Yeah, so they traded up, but I'm assuming they traded up to try to get Peyton, but Indianapolis coach is like, fuck you. We taking Peyton.
We taking Peyton, nigga. Like, I don't care what you say.
Oh my goodness, that is the most hilarious thing ever, bro. Because I know that was their motive. Like, oh yeah, bet, nigga, we gonna trade up to number 2 because Indianapolis, the coach not gonna take Peyton. We know that, so we gonna trade up to number 2, take Peyton number 2. Nah,
there was only 3 quarterbacks taken in that draft.
Yep,
that's crazy.
They said, nah, nigga, nah.
The only quarterbacks, 4 quarterbacks.
Oh my gosh.
In that draft, these were the quarterbacks that were taken. Moses Moreno. I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Hey, man, you got me there because
I know no Sean Moreno.
I was
You
gonna say I
play-
don't know John Moreno. For sure.
Matt Hasselbeck was in that draft.
Okay, not bad.
John Dutton. Don't know who the hell that is. That is crazy. Brian Greasy, Jonathan Quinn,
Who?
Charlie Batch. Charlie Batch went in the second round.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. The only people that legitimately matter in this draft that didn't necessarily get drafted or didn't get drafted is Jeff Saturday and London Fletcher.
Well, this was a dope draft when you look
This
at
was
who
a
was
fire
in it.
draft. Fire draft. We definitely look at who's in it, but because Hines Ward was in this draft too. A lot of people forget that.
Yeah, Randy Moss went 21st.
21st, Takeo Spikes. Come on now. Keith Brookie. Dude, niggas don't even remember Keith Brookie, bro. That was linebacker.
Tennessee took Kevin Dyson before they took Randy Moss.
And everybody, just so y'all know, okay? Fred Taylor deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care what anybody fucking tells me. All right.
I think he's going. I think he's in this year.
He should be. He should be going this year.
I think I watched something that I think he's going in this year.
He should be going this year. But number 9, nigga. The heck? Y'all gotta put some respect on Uncle Fred's name, bro. Fred was like that. Y'all better stop playing with him.
John Avery. I forgot about John.
John Avery was in this draft too.
I forgot about John Avery. You could put him on the bus list too, because that motherfucker was nasty as shit in college.
Nasty as shit in college. Gross. But man, niggas could not put it together in the league. That should be so funny. I'm not even gonna lie.
Bucky Jones. What?
Bucky Jones. That's crazy.
That's what we might have to. I know this is just definitely draft week. I remember last year we was gonna do it. We was gonna go through drafts just to see who got drafted and what happened. But motherfuckers like that, like Jason Peters was in that draft.
Jason Peters.
Keith Brooking was in that draft.
I'm trying to tell you, niggas don't remember Keith Brooking, bro. That was linebackering to his core. Okay.
Yep. Kyle Turley was in that draft. Yo, all right, we might have to go through this draft. Patrick Surtain was in that draft.
I was gonna say PS1 was in that draft.
Samari Rowe. Jermaine Crowell.
Oh man.
Total disappointment.
Definitely total disappointment.
Joe Jaravicious. If y'all don't know Joe Jaravicious, what? Come on, man. Look, that's what we're gonna do. We gotta have a show just dedicated to like
alone is legendary, okay? The name alone was absolutely astounding.
Like, this is actually a pretty decent draft, though.
Nah, the 98 draft was absolutely crazy.
Like, looking at the dudes that were in this draft that are, that played in the league. Yeah, like, Hines Ward went in the third round.
The third round, bro. The last pick of the third round, mind you. Michael Pittman Sr. was in this motherfucker.
Yep. Deshae Townsend.
Oh, man.
Like, there's some dogs in here, though. There's some dogs in here.
Man, there's some real niggas in this draft, bro. Like, that's the cool part about it. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, like, this is nuts.
Even the niggas who was, and that's what I'm saying. Like, even the niggas who was undrafted in this draft.
Let me see who do they got a list of. They got a list of the undrafted niggas. I gotta find it. But yeah, nah.
Like Jeff Saturday being undrafted and having the career he had, crazy.
Right. Who else? You remember Justin Blackman?
Justin Black.
Fucking asshole. That motherfucker was nice as shit in college.
Oh my god, bro. Justin Blackman was supposed to be him.
He was Josh Gordon before Josh Gordon.
He was supposed to be him in college, bro, or in the league, bro. Like that shit is crazy, dog. He was really supposed to be him, but
Yep.
God damn it.
Fucking Mike Williams before he ate himself out of the fucking league. And for y'all who don't know what Mike Williams I'm talking about, Mike Williams was one of the receivers that Matt Leinart was throwing to at USC.
Mm-hmm.
And he was supposed to be Megatron, Calvin Johnson-ish, Keyshawn Johnson-ish, because he was 6'4", 220, and could run. And then he got to the league and said, you know what? I think I want to be a tight end.
I think I want to be a goddamn tight end.
And then the total opposite of that would be David Boston, who decided he wanted to be a goddamn action figure and use all the steroids in the world to make himself look like that. Let me see if I can find a picture of David Boston.
You probably can. I'm not gonna lie to you. You probably can.
David Boston. This is why we don't trust Ohio State players. Because Ohio State got a bunch of dudes that were dope in college and then got to the league and flamed out.
Yep. It was like that, like consistently too. Like it was like back to 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 back. It was like, God damn, what the fuck is going on with these niggas? Niggas can't stay in the league.
They can't stay in the league. Like you trying to fuck this motherfucker. David Boston is too big. What is? They knew this motherfucker was on steroids. They was like, there's no way.
That's back when niggas didn't give a fuck about niggas being on steroids.
They did not
give a fuck about niggas being on steroids. Niggas came and was on steroids. They was on coke. They was on tobacco, cannabis. Okay, some of them was on meth, and they did not give a fuck, bro.
They didn't care. They was like, bro, we know you play wide receiver, but why are you so goddamn big? Like, there's no reason. Hold on, I'm just trying to find. I can't find. I don't want to scroll too crazy. Oh, that'll be fine. That's good enough. Like, and he had the nerve to call himself a wide receiver. How do I get it up here? How do you get pictures up here? I can't get the picture.
Is it the overlay or is it the?
Oh, okay, I just do an overlay. Like that's that nigga arm. Like this is a dude. He played wide receiver. He wasn't the tight end. He was bigger than the tight end.
This nigga was built like a tree trunk, nigga. Like, God damn it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think he was like 6'3", 235.
Bruh, his arm looked like a left horse's leg.
Yeah. Like, so when they said that he was on steroids, I was like, well,
no shit.
They don't make humans that big, dog. Like
I would have been like, What gave you that? Like, what gave you that clue? I'm sorry. No.
Like,
Nigga, like, what the fuck? Do you see this nigga arm, bro? Like,
yeah, it's like, and it had the nerve to run like a 4-4, 4-3.
bro, like, and this nigga's fastest, but hell no, nigga. I was like, bro, there's no fucking way that you're a regular human being. You were created in a lab like Wolverine was, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, you have super soldier serum. That's what the fuck that you got going on right now. Because what the fuck you got going on with your arm? And you said you play receiver? No. Get in the box, put your hand in the dirt, and go get me a fucking sack with your big ass.
No, David Boston's like, only thing going in the dirt is your body, 6 feet. After I bury your bitch ass. Crazy. Who else we got? Brian Bosworth.
Brian?
The Boz.
The boss.
Yeah.
Favorite moment of him getting dipped on by Bo Him Jackson.
Vincent Bo Jackson.
Okay. Bosif Him Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to the club. You remember Steve Entman? Who the fuck?
I was gonna say, yep. Steve.
Who did the Colts take right after him? It was another defensive dude. Looked like Alvin Mack from the program.
That's a really fair comparison. Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. Oh my god.
I'm trying to think of his name. When did they draft Steve Entman? They drafted Steve Entman.
He was in the 92 draft. Holy shit. Oh my god. God damn it. Woo shit.
I'm trying to Quentin Coriac.
I was gonna say
that big motherfucker.
Oh, I'm crying. Oh my god.
The Colts was trying to take over the world with Steve Entman and Quentin Coriac.
God damn, these niggas had 2 picks back to back, both defensive niggas.
They was like, we are going to run. That's how you know the league is totally different. When the first 2 picks in the draft is a defensive end and a linebacker.
I got a name for you. Trent No Vision Richardson.
Oh yeah, he was coming. See, I was just clearing out some stuff. I was gonna get to his punk ass too,
bruh. I seen this nigga run straight into the back of the lineman. When the hole, I swear to God, bro, the hole that was open was as big as my living room, bro. Like you could have literally did a whole somersault backflip in that motherfucking hole. And this nigga, he cut back straight into the lineman's back. I said, "Oh, get him out the league. Get him out the league." There's no way this nigga won Heisman. Because what in the name did he just do? Eddie Lacy's on that list too. I ain't gonna lie to you, because that nigga ate himself into a whole 2 triple, quadruple stack nigga cheeseburger. Like he came back after his rookie year, and that's when I gave him the nickname Eddie Cheeseburger Lacy. Cause
him, fucking Ron Dane,
them niggas, bro. It's like they got drafted and they went straight to the buffet and was like, "Yep,
it is time to eat.
I'm gonna live here, dog. This is where I live at now. I'm gonna have a bed in the back and just make sure that y'all make me up every time for dinner. It's good." Because these niggas got drafted and never stopped eating, bro. Like, nigga, what was you thinking? And it's like, the reason why I bring those guys up, bro, is because, like, when I think of guys like Brandon Jacobs, motherfuckers who came in that big, right? But they never got any bigger. They stayed that big. I'm like, what the fuck was he eating? And what was y'all niggas eating? Because y'all had to be eating the whole ass horses and shit. And that's the thing, bro. Like when Eddie Lacy, when he was in Green Bay, I was trying to tell him stay off that cheese. Okay, they got a lot of cheese out there, and cheese heads. You got to stay off that cheese.
And he was a big motherfucker. He was like he should have been Derrick Henry before Derrick Henry.
Quite literally. Like you gotta stay off all that cheese. You can't be putting all that cheese on your stuff, man. Like too much cheese.
trying to pull this damn picture up of fucking Quentin Coriat.
Quit. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie. That man looked hilarious.
That he looked like a nigga you would make out of a movie. Like he does not.
It's crazy because like he really looked like early experimental AI.
Like I got the picture, but for whatever reason, it won't.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Charles Rogers deserves to be on this list too.
Oh, he's on the list too. That bum ass nigga. Look, Michigan State and Ohio State.
Oh shit, bro. God damn it. That nigga, first of all, this is the reason why Stephen A coined the term stay off the weed. Okay? Because a lot of you dumbass niggas was getting drafted knowing damn well y'all shouldn't get drug tested. And y'all was sitting there smoking all them weed and shit.
And what made it worse for Charles Rogers is that he looked like Chris Tucker.
You know what I'm saying? Look like fucking Smokey out there. God damn you. Stay off the weed. Okay? Please. That's exactly what Stephen A was talking about. Because this nigga, monster.
Same thing with Justin Blackman.
And this nigga had 36 catches in the league. 36.
Yeah. Here we go. This the nigga that was this. That is what was sitting and patrolling the middle of the Texas A&M defense.
Bro. That nigga and Steve Edmond
on the same. Hold on, let me get a picture of Steve Edmond because I don't think think people like because this happened before y'all were born and shit. Y'all don't understand what the Colts was trying to do.
Like they was trying to build the biggest 4-7 of all time. Okay, let me tell y'all.
Like, hold on, where is that? Oh my God, why can't? Here we go. Like, these niggas look like fucking. This don't make no sense. Like, this is ignorant.
If you think about it, bro, these niggas was trying to build the defensive line from Remember the Titans.
Fuck Remember the Titans. Them niggas was Titans.
Bro, like strong side. Like I was like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Why are y'all? What are y'all planning?
It's like, what team pissed y'all off in the AFC that y'all got to do this?
Bro, like that's what I'm saying. And the fact that y'all had 2 back-to-back picks like that, it was just like, yeah, nah, fuck that. Nigga, we gonna fuck you niggas up. And it's crazy because the next 2 picks, Sean Gilbert and Desmond Howard.
Right.
Like, come on, bro. What the fuck was you niggas? What the fuck was you niggas thinking?
Right.
Oh my God.
And this is, look, I'm just for the shits and giggles. Like I said, this is what was supposed to play middle linebacker.
Mm-hmm. Right in the middle.
And that was supposed to be the defensive end.
That was the D end. Right there.
Like, what are you doing, dog? Nah. They don't even make niggas like this no more. Like, that type of dude no longer exists in the NFL. Like, nah. Like, the Colts was like, look.
One of my cousins, I think third cousin twice removed. Chester McLaughlin was in this draft too.
Oh, Chester? That was my guy.
Yeah, Big Chester was one of my older cousins. Shout out to Chester and his family. Went to his funeral when he passed. I was hella young too, but it was late. I ain't gonna lie to you. We had a good ass time. Some good people there. Nice food.
Yeah, my man. Like I said, Dez was in there, so Dez, that's my guy. So I don't put him in that category because everybody you can't call somebody a bust who won Super Bowl MVP. So
I was gonna say who won Super Bowl MVP. Nah, he was him. I ain't no. He was him. You feel me?
He may not have been what y'all thought he was gonna be, but he became something, and that's all that matters.
Exactly. That's all we needed him to be. You feel me? Like we not doing that. We're not doing that like that. No. Okay.
Whatever. I had who else? Whatever running back. Curtis Enos.
Yes.
Like,
definitely going to be able to
remember,
this.
he was Saquon Barkley before Saquon Barkley. You're gonna Penn State used to crank out running backs.
I was just gonna say that Penn State used to crank out.
I didn't put Kajana Carter on here because Kajana Carter it was his knees. It really wasn't him.
I was gonna say he was one of the ones who we classified as glass knees.
Yeah, but there was college football is weird because there was a time when you got running backs from every school always had one or two.
Mm-hmm. At least one or two.
Like, there's another dude, Lawrence Phillips. Some of y'all may not know who Lawrence Phillips is. Lawrence Phillips was supposed to be a cheat code in the NFL. He was supposed to be a cheat code. It didn't happen.
Hey, hold on, wait. Do your Danny Warfel? Oh shit!
Look, don't get me started on Danny Warfel.
Oh my god!
Because Florida was one of those schools that they cranked out a shitload of quarterbacks, but all of them were the most mid quarterbacks in the history of football. It was what Danny Warfel.
Oh my god, that's
who else was on that? Damn, because I don't want to get niggas mixed up.
Shit, that shit is so funny.
Where did Heath Schuler go? Heath Schuler went to Tennessee.
Yeah, Heath Schuler went to Tennessee.
Who was those?
Oh shit! Wait! Oh god damn it! These niggas was really trash. Damn, that's
they was really trash. Because before Tebow and Chris Leak got there, there was a bunch of mid quarterbacks.
Man, these niggas was butt. I ain't even gonna lie. Gino, do you remember Gino Toretta?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Gino. Like I said, another dude that was just surrounded by a bunch of NFL niggas, so they felt like he had to go.
Oh my gosh, that shit is so fucking hilarious. Like just going down these lists, it's the funny thing.
I said Sam Bradford. I don't really blame. I don't think Achilles Smith was a bust. Andre Ware. You can say
Andre Ware. Yeah, most definitely. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Let me turn up this brightness real quick because there's no way that niggas looked at this and was like, you know what? That's actually something we want.
What was that?
The fact that niggas looked at this picture and said, nigga, that's our guy.
Why are you even holding the ball like that?
Who are you going to?
Matter of fact, you know who reminds me of Brady Quinn?
I have a feeling.
You already know who I'm gonna say. Just say it. So I know we're on the same page.
Is it Patrick Mahomes?
Huh?
Is it Patrick Mahomes?
No. Will Levis. They the same dude.
Wait, because let me find out that Brady Quinn put mayonnaise in his coffee. How do you get your body like this? And who are you throwing it to? There's no way, because this isn't even a throwing motion. Like, I don't even know.
I don't even know how he's gripping the football like that.
Bro, I don't even. I ain't gonna lie. Whoever drafted that nigga did.
Cleveland did the most with their draft picks.
God damn it! Why do y'all do things like this?
But you know
Holy
what?
shit!
I'm not even going to be mad because at least Cleveland tried. They were
They be
trying.
trying. They really do. They really do be trying. I'm not even gonna lie. Like they put their best foot forward. Like we at least gonna attempt. Nobody said it was gonna be good.
Let's see who else. What other some other
Keith
shit?
McCants.
Remember Vernon Golston?
Vernon Golston pissed me off to the T, bro. Like to the highest level of pissivity because I thought he was gonna come into the league and legit be like him. Like
See,
him.
this is why I don't like Ohio State players. Like, because all of them are like that in college, and then they get to the pros, and you be like, so you just suck.
You just ass, huh? Like that's just what it is. You just really suck. That's crazy to me. How you go your whole college career being that good, and you come to the league and you be trash like that. That's wild.
Yep. Reuben Foster.
Reuben Foster pissed me. Another dumb nigga who couldn't stay out of trouble.
You want to know who was the worst of the worst for me? I'm gonna go to your position now. I'm gonna go to cornerback. Mr. D. Milliner.
D. Milliner. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
They thought he was gonna be that nigga coming out of goddamn Alabama.
They really did.
And all he did was get fried up every chance.
Every play, bro. Boy got cooked. Oh my gosh. That shit is crazy. No! I got it.
Say it.
I got it.
I know who you going. You said, is it cornerback? Where you going?
Robert Gallery.
Yep. I got him too. I don't get to Robert Gallery. I like to move around with the offensive lineman.
How are you
6'8"? Was he like 6'8"?
6'8", bro. How were you that big and you just suck?
And trash.
Like, and you went to Iowa, so I'm extremely disappointed. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Right, because there's one thing Iowa gonna give you is the big boys on the line.
Thank
like,
you.
You gonna get the big boys.
You can get O-line and tight end for sure. But I'm like, there's no way that you were that trash, bro. Like,
dude,
no
he
pocket.
was, like I said, booty butt cheeks. Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Know who else? Justin Gilbert.
Just
booty. Like trash, dog.
Justin Gilbert was so ass, bro. That shit was crazy. Oh my god. I got it. We can go back. Bruce Pickens.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I got Bruce. I got Bruce on my list.
They thought Bruce Pickens was gonna be him coming out of Nebraska. They was like, oh yeah, that nigga gonna be so crazy.
No, I didn't put Bruce on.
There's hell nah. You was trash. I ain't gonna lie to you. You was big trash.
See, I don't consider this dude a bust. I just felt like his skill set, only because I played against him in college and I know how nice he was, so I can't disrespect him. And that's Peter Warrick.
Peter Warrick was pretty solid. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just don't think he's I don't think he developed right in the league, and yeah. I don't think teams really wanted him to develop right in the league.
No, he got to the Bengals a little. They was in transition when he got there.
Yeah.
But nasty in college. Nasty. Like, I watched him up close. Crazy. His footwork was nuts. He wasn't that fast, but his footwork was crazy.
It's crazy how you run into people like that who was like don't really be fast, but like they be like really solid footwork or like just like super quick off the step. You be like, ooh, nigga, hold on, that nigga fast. Like, nah, he not really that fast, but that nigga quick as hell though. Don't try it like that.
Quick. You know who else was like that? But was super. He ran like he was in slow motion, but you couldn't do nothing with it. But it just didn't work in the NFL. I don't know if you remember Amp Lee.
I do.
Played for Florida State. Like Ant Lee was slow as hell, but that motherfucker was nasty. I didn't disrespect Peter Ward. Number one, I said it just didn't translate.
It didn't necessarily translate. He wasn't bad. It just didn't translate. I think he
That's why I said he wasn't a bust. That's why I don't consider him a bust.
Yeah, I think he, like some other guys, didn't necessarily like their skill sets just don't translate, or they just don't go to the right team at the time, and they kind of flame out way too early than they were supposed to because of the team that they were on.
Yeah, like there's, there are dudes that were just bust. Like, I wouldn't say he was a total bust, but LaRon Landry.
No, he was a bust. I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you. That nigga was so ass.
He was supposed to be better than what he was.
Way better than what he was. And nigga, what the fuck? I got one. Darius Hayward-Bay.
Oh, Mr. I can outrun everybody but can't catch.
Mr. I can run like the Flash, but I couldn't catch I couldn't catch my child if their life depended on it.
He couldn't catch he couldn't catch nothing.
Like that nigga. Y'all remember the little nigga from Little Giants who couldn't catch a motherfucking cold and had to start throwing toilet paper at that nigga, and he had to visualize it with toilet paper for him to catch it. Like that shit didn't even work for Darius Hayward-Bay. Okay.
No, Darius Hayward-Bay was horrible. Like, there are just some dudes that their athleticism is so crazy that you just you got to take a fly on it.
You got to, but
because if it lands, you look great, but if it don't, you look nuts. And that's what happened with Darius Hayward-Bay.
Amazing, but if it don't, you just look like you're a dumbass, and that's literally what happened. Because man, boy could fly, but he couldn't catch. Man,
he couldn't catch shit.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Look, it's crazy because I was just talking about this the other day. I said it's crazy how people used to laugh at the Raiders for doing that, but that's what everybody does in the draft today.
So that's what everybody does in the draft now, because now everybody drafting niggas who running 4.3s and 4.2s and shit.
Yeah, like I said, my man Al Davis, he was ahead of his time.
He was ahead of that nigga. Al Davis gave all you niggas the game in more ways than one. Just gonna say that, nigga.
Yep. Because if Al Davis was alive and Tyreek Hill was coming out in the draft, he'd have just drafted Tyreek Hill.
Draft Tyreek easily.
Just because he was fast.
Yep. Give me Tyreek. I'll take Tyreek. Yep. Bet. And all y'all would have said, "Oh, it is stupid. Draft Tyreek Hill. 5'10" receivers. Just draft Tyreek Hill." Yeah. Y'all always said the same thing before, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, you just gotta hope it pans out. Like that's what happened with Henry Ruggs. Had he just not been an idiot.
Yeah, I was gonna say, had he not been a dumbass, shit, it would have panned out. Shit, it was starting to go on an uptick. But dumb people make dumb choices.
He wanted to be too fast and too furious.
You nigga, that's the thing. I don't understand about you fast niggas who be wanting to get in the car and drive even faster. Y'all already fast. Slow your stupid ass down for once.
Please.
Okay? Nigga, I'm one of them fast. Okay?
Speaking of dummies, what happened with Zay Jones? Zay Flowers. Because I saw something that I didn't get the whole interview. The whole thing. It was like there was not enough evidence for the Ravens to do something with Zay Flowers. Hold on, let's look at that right now.
Says NFL won't discipline Ravens Zay Flowers after investigating alleged domestic violence incident.
Look, if there's one thing you can't do as a Baltimore Raven is get a domestic violence charge.
I was gonna say that's one thing you definitely can't do as a Baltimore Raven, nigga, because they will get you for sure. You will get up out of there. They will get you up out of there real quick. Let's see. League examined the situation and did not find evidence that Flowers violated the NFL's personal conduct policy.
Okay. Because I just saw it right before we got on. I just saw it pass over, so I was like, "What?" I want to touch on that. But okay, so nothing on him.
Yeah, I remember I was reading about this earlier, and I know a lot of people were sitting up there talking about he's going to go down and blah blah blah. But the call was to his. They called the police to his neighbor's house or to his house, but the police call was from his neighbor's home because they felt or because somebody heard some type of screaming and stuff like that. And Zay Jones wasn't even home at the time, and they came home. He came home and he completely cooperated with the investigation, but he wasn't there. The domestic violence dispute was coming from another neighbor's house, but they called it and thought it was coming from Zay Flowers' house, but it wasn't coming from his house.
It's totally just the wrong house.
Yeah, police found no evidence of Zay Flowers committing anything domestic violence. So before y'all try to get out here and try to paint my man as some type of domestic violence, he wasn't in no domestic violence situation. Let's just clear that up.
Let's stay with the Ravens. J.K. Dobbins got a new home.
I seen that.
So basically, the Chargers have stolen the entire Ravens backfield.
That's basically what they did. They said, "Oh, well, if y'all don't want him, go ahead and take him from me. I appreciate it."
We'll take Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins. We'll be all right.
Which means which means that for one, they really like, of course, they're like, we got our guy Derrick Henry. Thank you guys. You guys are stupid. Appreciate you guys for that. But this tells me that the Ravens might fuck around and sneak a motherfucking running back in this draft because there's not a lot of running backs being talked about. And if they just so happen to sneak one of these,
but they like Keaton Mitchell a lot.
They do. But the only reason why I say that is because we know how that running back room doesn't like to stay healthy.
Well, Derrick Henry stays healthy.
Derrick Henry does stay healthy, but in the event that he does get kind of banged up a little bit, just having somebody in that rotation,
Well, I can see them.
For that team, I would say just probably needed.
Okay, I can see it. If they get homeboy, what's the big motherfucker from what's the boy? What is his name? I think we might have to do
On another note, Miami is really beating Chicago's ass right now with no Jimmy Butler. Like, this is crazy. I know GQ's happy right now.
And was it 2024 draft? Because I know homie's name, but I can't, for whatever reason, I can't see it. Where do? They don't got him listed that high. Why not? Because I'll know his name when I see it, but I can't.
So he's a running back?
Yeah, but he's like Derrick Henry size.
Yeah, they got running back. And see, that's the reason why I feel like the Ravens might sneak a running back because they got running backs like super, super low in this draft. Like a lot of these running backs. See, that's the reason why. That's the reason why, bro.
They don't even got him. They don't even got him. What I think he went to Toledo.
The running backs get so disrespected. So disrespected. That's crazy. First running back off the list is until 56. That is wild.
That's his name. Oh, oh no, he didn't come out. He went back. He stayed in college.
Did he?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's different.
Penny Boone. He went to Ole Miss. He entered the transfer portal.
Oh wow, okay. So he's going to a new home. He said, "Yeah, nah, we trying to get some money." He said, "SEC, here I come."
Yeah, because he's like 6'3", 240, running 4.4. Like he a big dude.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be scary in the league for sure.
But yeah, no, I can see the Ravens taking a running back. I can see them getting old boy from Oklahoma State.
You talking about the running back from Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can see that too. I'm not gonna lie to you; he's actually pretty solid too. Either that or the running back. Oh, actually, no, I think he stayed. I think he stayed because DJ's there. Yeah, but yeah, no, I think that'll probably work out too. I think so as well. But um, I'm not gonna lie. Looking at this draft, man, they got these running backs crazy. I don't think this draft is going to turn out how people think it is because they got some of these quarterbacks going super low. They got some of these just a lot of people out of place, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think
I saw something that would be. You tell me what you think about this, because it seemed wonky and crazy, but I think it would be dope for the Chicago Bears. And I was gonna say, I was gonna do a show like when I was doing the doc. I was like, let's do a draft where we just fuck everything up and just make the most outlandish moves and see how it looks. What if the Bears traded their first pick to Jacksonville for Sunshine?
Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whoa. Because
you see
the Jags and Trevor Lawrence are supposed to be working on a new deal right now.
But because I'm looking at it, because see, stay off of social media. They can have the same numbers. It doesn't mean that they're the same quarterback. So stupid. They're not the same quarterback. They're not even in.
The ultimate difference is Daniel Jones is ass.
Right.
Like Trevor Lawrence can actually play the game of football.
Trevor Lawrence got his team to the playoffs. Like
Daniel Jones is butt. It's
and Trevor Lawrence had his rookie season had a shitty head coach.
literally a dickhead for a head coach.
And no, ETN was hurt his rookie season. It was a lot of things that was going up against him. And even last year, all the injuries that they took in the second half of the season.
I was gonna say, yeah, their team really got hurt at the most horrible time. I'm not gonna lie to you. Hopefully, they address the offensive line like they need to in this draft.
Brian Daboll is not a bad coach. We are not going to do that.
Aye.
But I mean, you put Trevor Lawrence in Chicago with
they made the playoffs despite Daniel Jones.
No, they made that. Yeah, they made despite Daniel Jones, and they played in a shitty division at the time.
If it wasn't for the defense, they probably wouldn't have made the playoffs, honestly.
No, and the NFC East was down that year.
Yeah,
the whole NFC was down that year.
Yeah, and that's why they called that was before the Eagles and the Cowboys started to really look good. Right. And even when the Cowboys were good, they were still losing to the Giants and fuck they shit up. So
yeah, it's like they're not even in the same category. Like the Giants would throw Daniel Jones off a building to get Trevor Lawrence.
They would literally place him the
numbers can be what the numbers are, but that the feeling of those two and what they are in actuality is not the same. They're not the same quarterback.
They would literally leave Daniel Jones at the fire station.
That's like saying they put up Tyrod Taylor's numbers from 2 years ago up against Lamar Jackson's MVP season this past year, and Tyrod Taylor's numbers was better. We don't think that Tyrod Taylor and Lamar Jackson are the same type of dude.
Yeah, we do not. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, Tyrod Taylor is better than Daniel Jones, but
Tyrod Taylor's better than Daniel Jones, yeah.
But we don't put those two in the same predicament because it's just not smart, not football. But y'all get it. But they will literally leave Daniel Jones at the park and open Trevor Lawrence with open arms if
Yeah.
that would happen.
Well, he can't be an all-timer yet. He only been in the league for 4 years. Like, we got to give people time to get to where they're going to get to.
I mean, and the thing about Trevor Lawrence is they got him a running back, but now they need to get him some more offensive line help so he doesn't have to fucking stress as much in the goddamn.
Their offensive line is horrible.
Their offensive line is fucking tragic. They need receivers to at least stay and develop, right? They need an actual superstar big name receiver. They had that with Calvin Ridley, but he didn't show up and he left ultimately.
Right. Well, Christian Kirk is going to have to earn that contract.
Yeah, I was gonna say Christian Kirk is gonna have to earn the numbers that everybody said that was a good contract, but I still didn't think it was a good contract. So you got to get him some offensive line. You got to give him some more receivers, some more help on the receivers, and I think his defense is honestly pretty solid. Shit, if they can come up with a stop at the right time, they'll be fine. This is a team that came back 24, 30 nothing. Shit.
Yeah, well,
playoffs.
Trevor Lawrence is worth the number 1 overall pick because he's Trevor Lawrence. Like the talent and the upside is there. He just has to. A quarterback is only as good as what's around him.
Well, I mean, Trevor Lawrence in that offense most definitely because you put him in the offense with DJ Moore. You give him fucking.
You put him.
Cole Kmet.
You give him a solid. You give him a solid number 1 wide receiver. He's gonna go nuts. He just needs somebody. He just needs someone who that he can consistently go to.
That's essentially kind of sort of if you want to look at it like that. I wouldn't say it's a show me year yet. I would say after this year with all the retooling that they kind of did and hopefully some more retooling in the draft, I would say after this year, next year, if that would be his more proven year. Before
put like this. If fucking Trevor Lawrence decided to become a free agent, every team except for like 5 teams would restructure everything they have to bring him in.
And they paid Daniel Jones $140 million to be asked. So I'm pretty sure Trevor Lawrence can play better.
Because I tell you, you know how the difference is? If Trevor Lawrence decided to become a free agent and the Miami Dolphins didn't do anything with Tua, how different do you feel about the Miami Dolphins with Trevor Lawrence playing quarterback opposed to Tua?
Yeah, with those receivers,
like that's a totally different thing.
Yeah, those receivers, that arm, that offense, Mike McDaniel. Yeah, no, come on now.
I know it's year 5. I said he's only been in the league 4 years. His 5th year didn't start yet.
Well, and exactly because it's year 5. He technically didn't play his first year, so his second year he would have to. That would be his second year. So now I think that's what I'm saying. This year wouldn't be his quote unquote prove it year. The next year would be his prove it year because the next year they would have to pay him.
Yeah, regardless, like at the end of the day, you can't. It's hard to judge quarterbacks if you don't put the. Josh Allen was going to be out the league after his second year if they didn't get Stephon Diggs.
I mean, he might be out the league after next year. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like, you got to get these dudes weapons. Like, a quarterback can't do it by himself. Like, and he's not a Cam Newton, Michael Vick type of a quarterback. Like, that's just not who he is.
Yeah, he's not one of those guys that's gonna beat you with his athletic ability. Like he can if he chooses to, but he's
not like that though.
Yeah, not like that. Like
he's not Justin Fields, where when all hell breaks loose, I can still rush for fucking 1,200 yards in the season.
Exactly.
That's not who Trevor Lawrence is.
Exactly. So like we have to be able to, and that's the thing we always say, we have to be able to cut these quarterbacks some slack and be able to understand that they can't save a team by themselves, right? Like you have to be able to give them applicable weapons and help them out. Like there's a reason why after everything that the Jets did this offseason that they looked to shit when Aaron Rodgers went down. Didn't matter all the quarterbacks and all the running backs, and they brought in their old line was shit. They didn't have and their defense was really good, but they didn't have an O line. And their running back game was very inconsistent because they had one guy coming off injury and had another guy that just left. So
I never said that. I never said Daniel Jones had anything around him.
We've been preaching, barking up that tree for years.
Daniel Jones is just not a good quarterback.
I've also been saying that for years. We've been barking up that tree for years. Like, yeah, they don't have no good receivers, but that's also on the front office. But at the same time, you paid $140 million to a quarterback who showed you he can run better than he can throw. Like,
he's just not a good quarterback. Like that, it has really, whether you have good pieces around him or not, he's not a good quarterback. Like, he's a solid backup. Like, he'll be a good backup. Like, but he's not a starting NFL quarterback.
But the narrative that was around him and all of the hype and he's this guy and he eclipsed 23 miles per hour when he was running and blah blah blah, all the stuff like bro, he never showed you anything with his throwing ability that he was going to be a top tier quarterback in the league ever.
You know who Daniel Jones is? He is a slightly better version of Desmond Ridder.
He's a taller, skinnier, faster version of Tim Tebow to me.
Shit. I wasn't gonna go that bad, but
I'm not even gonna lie to you. When I see him throw the ball, I see Tim Tebow. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like,
well, but then there's that. I just don't think he's a good quarterback. That's just, like I said, that's just my opinion.
And it's, to me personally, it didn't really matter who you put around Daniel Jones. He's not good. So.
Yeah, that's at the end of the day, that's all it really is. It's just him as a quarterback is not good.
And that's the ultimate difference, right? Like, when you have a guy like Daniel Jones or like Zach Wilson or like Justin Fields or Josh Allen or any of these young guys, right? To be able to judge if they were good or to be able to judge if they have talent, give them talent. It's not hard. If you give them talent and they can't use the talent, then obviously they're not good, right? It's just like if you give a genius, right? A self-proclaimed, or somebody who's a genius or somebody who's supposed to be smart, all these tools to build something with, but they sit there and look at you stupid like they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Obviously, they might not be that smart, right? Like, that's why we give the people the tools to do things. But if they can't use the tools, then shit, hey, maybe you're not the person for the job.
Exactly. And that's Daniel Jones.
There you go, right? That's the reason why when you give people receivers and they look better, okay, shoot, maybe you might be the person for the job. Okay, shit, let's get you more then, you know? Let's not take away from it.
Yeah, I can 100% say that, because Daniel quarterback for a skill set, he does not have a better skill set than Trevor Lawrence.
Well, and I can say that because seeing him throwing the ball, nothing to me has shown me that has a better skill set than any of the young quarterbacks that we've seen in the league.
Right.
Like all the flack that Fields takes and Zach Wilson takes, they still throw a better ball and still make the better decisions than Daniel Jones.
No, Daniel Jones doesn't get the same chance as a Trevor Lawrence. That's not how that works. They're not the same.
$40 million.
Yeah, they're not the same guy. Like, they paid Daniel Jones. They paid Daniel Jones top guy money, and you didn't get top guy production. Like, they haven't paid Trevor Lawrence anything yet. They
paid him $140 million. That's crazy.
Like, they chose to pay Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley.
and they were upset that Saquon left. Like,
you mean CJ Stroud, not CJ Strong. CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroudson.
Yeah. If you're asking me who I would take, I don't know. I'll still probably take CJ Stroud, but it's not by much.
I'm definitely taking CJ. That's not by much, but I'm definitely taking CJ.
And the thing about it is, they built that team around CJ Stroud.
Literally, they got him receivers, right? Young receivers. They got him defense. They got him running back, right?
They did a better job in the draft putting pieces around him. The Texans had better pieces around him.
Absolutely, they did.
And it's not even close.
And like the thing about it is the thing that's different between, and I've been saying this for years, right? The thing that's different between a lot of other teams is, or a lot of other teams and the Giants is the Giants don't draft off what they need. They draft off what they think they need.
Right.
Like, if you really look at it, the Giants have needed good O-line play and receivers for the longest time. You have a good defense. You have a good running back. You just need
and to
good
keep it
O-line
a team,
and receivers.
they shouldn't have spent the money that they spent to get the edge rusher. They should have got one of these wide receivers.
Yep. Should have went to go get one of these wide receivers that was out here, because at the end of the day,
beat me up.
At the end of the day, looking at Daniel Jones and just his stats overall, like he's never passed for over 3,000, for over 4,000 yards. He's never even passed for over 3,500 yards. I don't think he's ever, looking at it now, he's never had over 30 touchdowns in a season. Like, I just can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I can't justify giving a guy $140 million when he throws double-digit interceptions constantly, and this literally the third or fourth year after they paid him, he didn't have double-digit touchdowns. He didn't even have 3,000 yards. So it's like, what am I paying for? You know what I'm saying? Oh no, I definitely understand that. I don't think a lot of these GMs are good too. I think a lot of these GMs are going to be good.
But everybody knew who Tank Dell was. They knew. I guess I'm probably one of the few people who knew about Nico Collins only because he played at Michigan and I watched Michigan football, so I know what Nico Collins was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But they had, Devin Singletary and what's his name, Damian Pierce in the run at running back. They brought in Dalton Schultz. Like
they brought in, and I think the difference between the Texans is they're doing it right? Like they bring in the O-line, but they mix the O-line young guys with the O-line veterans. They bringing in defense, but they
is who a bust? Is Trevor Lawrence a bust? No,
not yet. No, you can't classify Trevor Lawrence as a bust because he's taking his team to the playoffs even after he wasn't really supposed to. After all odds were against him, coming off the horrible season with fucking freaking Urban Meyer, right? Coming back from a damn near 30-point deficit in the playoffs. Last year was an anomaly because literally they all started to get hurt at the wrong point of the season. Not to mention Zay Jones, one of their best deep threats, had been hurt all season after they literally just paid him. So,
injuries is what's been killing the Jaguars. Like nobody, like they just can't stay healthy. So I can't put that on him. Like,
and that's why I'm saying, like, you can't classify him or call him a bust just yet. Or
is it Daniel Jones? No, Daniel Jones ain't a bust. He's just not good.
Yeah, no, he's not a bust. He's just butt.
He's just not good. He should have never gotten drafted where he was.
Yeah, exactly.
Because when he got drafted, the first thing everybody said was, why did the Giants? They said the Giants could have got him in the third round.
Fourth, third, fifth, didn't matter. You could have waited till Mr. Relevant to get him, honestly. And look how good that turned out for the Niners.
That's a Giants problem. I'm not going to put that on Daniel Jones. He should have never got drafted that high.
Yeah, and like I said, that's a Giants problem. They've always had a pretty solid defense, but they've always kind of missed on the things that they need, right? O-line, receivers, right? Sometimes DB play, right? Like that's the shit they always miss on. So that's constantly their fault, bro. Like nobody told you to draft a quarterback. Y'all had a quarterback, but y'all just didn't want to use him because he was died because of Chargers.
Right, like you didn't have to. Like they could have gotten Daniel Jones if they would have drafted Daniel Jones in like the second or third round, and he would have done exactly what he's doing now. That would be considered a good pick.
Yeah, shoot, I wouldn't have had a problem with it
because you're getting the production will match the draft position. No, Christian Ponder was
no way you can pay him $140 million.
Like, Christian Ponder was ass. Like that's
Christian
different.
So fucking trash.
He was.
I remember the Christian Ponder hype. Like I remember that, and I was like, bro, why do y'all like? There's no fucking way you niggas are serious. He is a shorter Brock Osweiler.
That's a good assessment. I like that.
If you know, you know. Because, nigga, god damn it, why can't you read a defense and throw the fucking ball, sir? How the fuck did you get here?
Yeah, no, Christian was horrible. Like, okay, I'll say this. Daniel Jones is an NFL quarterback, just not a starting NFL quarterback. Christian Ponder is not an NFL quarterback. And in
Christian Ponder was barely a high school quarterback.
Yeah, like he was not good.
Like he should be somewhere sitting down somewhere and not coaching football or anything like that, because there's no fucking way you was serious out there throwing the ball like that. With Adrian Peterson in your goddamn backfield. See, would have just pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, but yeah, you're a Vikings fan? I did not know you was a Vikings fan. I feel sorry for you.
Jeez. That's the best parts of y'all. Best parts of the. Never mind. I can't even say that. Fran Tarkenton, the Purple People Eaters.
Like, yeah, I mean, you had that nice run with Dante Culpepper and Randy Moss and them.
I ain't gonna lie, in the 70s, y'all was some crazy motherfuckers, boy. What? Fran Tarkenton and the Purple People Eaters was nice, but y'all just couldn't never win the big one. I ain't gonna lie to you. The times that niggas done got to the motherfucking playoffs or the Super Bowl in the 70s as the Vikings, and I'm like, God damn it. Fran looked like him until he got to the Super Bowl. And then I was like, fuck, what is going on with you, dog?
Like, right. Like, when you got a little spark and, little spark. Looked like it was going to be something.
FSU and the Vikings, that's wild. That's a wild combination. I'm not even going to lie to you.
Guys, you know what? I have to do that too. Just like, because I'm a Michigan and a Washington fan.
FSU and the Vikings, that's crazy. Well, I don't know. It doesn't really work for me because I'm a USC Raider fan. So, I mean, the Raiders were.
At least at some point, they were in the same space.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point in time, they were like, all of my teams are all in the same state. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They're all in the same state. So I don't really fall into that category of people who have teams from different states and stuff like that, because they're all right there. In the Bay, I had every single team that I needed, right? I had the A's and or the Giants, I had the Raiders and or the Niners, and I had the Sharks. So I had every team for every single sport. You know what I'm saying? So I was excited to go to work.
That was my goal when I moved to Vegas. I was like, I wanted to root for all of the local teams, because I never did that when I was in New York or when I was in. The closest I got was when I lived in Maryland, because I was already a Washington fan. I adopted what's the hockey team? The Capitals.
The Capitals, yep.
And then when they got the baseball team, I liked the logo and the hat, so it was cool. So I was like, all right, then Jordan got to the Wizards. I was like, all right, cool, nigga. Like, I got some things going right now.
I feel that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like that. It's funny because I've noticed something, right? Like, being from New York, you got to be like born into like a Jets family, or you just don't rock with the Jets. You feel me? Like, if you're not born into a Jets family, you're not a Jets fan.
There are two teams in New York that if you have to be born into the culture in order for you to accept it, or you'll never take it. The Jets, you have to come from a Jets family, and the Mets.
See, the Mets. It's always the Jets and the Mets, and it's like they have like a specific fan base to where it's like you got to be born into it. You can't just like grow up.
You don't just gravitate to the Mets, like be a Met fan, because the Yankees got too much mystique, so you can't do it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't just grow up and be like, I went to a Mets game one time and I just fell in love. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how that works. Like, you got to be born into the Mets and or the Jets. And like, you got to hear that fucking Jets, Jets. You got to hear that as a fucking infant. And like, that's how you come out being brainwashed as a Jets fan or a Mets fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I became a Met fan, was because of my dad. But then I grew up. And then I was like, they traded Lenny Dykstra,
to the Phillies, and I was like, fuck that.
Well,
And
see,
I've been the Yankee fan. I've been the Yankee fan ever since.
I understand it. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely get that. I'm not gonna lie. I just noticed
Lenny
that
Dykstra was my favorite player. So once he traded, and then once Dwight Gooden ended up on the Yankees, I was like, oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap. I just noticed that shit, dog. Like, cause even out here in the Bay, like when you have like you had the Raiders, and you had the Niners, you had the Giants, you had the A's. Like it was like it wasn't a you were born into one. It was like when you started watching sports, it was like, all right, nigga, you gotta pick one, nigga, because you can't rock with both. You feel me?
Right.
You pick one, you stay on that side. So it wasn't really like born into it, right? But like when New York, nigga, if you ain't born into that shit, bro, that shit is crazy. I have never seen no shit like that, bro. And Mets fans and Jets fans, y'all got a different.
Yeah, that's psychotic too. So
man, either you're there all the way, or you're not there, or you're there too much. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's that. Maybe we got see. I'm now starting building the doc for next week. We might have to get
we already starting to cook the doc up for y'all next week.
We might have to get into fan bases next week before the draft.
Y'all should already know what the show is about next week, man. We got some really dope stuff coming for y'all.
Yeah. So with that being said, we're rocking on 2 hours. We can get up on out of here. Just a news break. Unplugged. Just got unplugged. So
we are shelving the unplugged while it's going through some much needed maintenance.
Yeah, we're going through some maintenance and some renovations to the unplugged to make it bigger and greater than what it currently is. So we'll get to that. We'll still get to the ill topics and the spicy content over there with the unplugged show. We just gotta iron out all of the the little minor details here and there. We're gonna bring it to you the same way. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff we want to get into. Stop the Caitlin Clark hate. It don't look good on y'all. It looks crazy.
Stop the hate on all of my young ladies getting and advancing to the WNBA because they finna go crazy, and leave them the fuck alone because I said so. And shout out to Asia Wilson and shout out to the Aces because we still going back to back.
Repeat. I'm telling you, look,
fucking playing with us.
No, don't play with us. And I like they put my girl Sydney on all this stuff.
Come on now.
I'm trying to tell y'all. If y'all don't know about Sydney Colson,
what?
Go,
better stop playing.
Go check her out. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Face card, kill it. Like,
man, hold on, man. Look, check this out, man. I'm gonna send a formal invite to the Aces team, feel me, champions. Come on the pod. We gonna get y'all a good little interview. Have y'all pop y'all shit off real quick. Asia, you feel me? Jackie, if you listening,
Aisha Clark,
you feel me? Aisha Clark, you feel me? If you listen, anybody, if you me, Daisha Fair, I know you just got drafted over there. You feel me? If y'all listening, pop in. You know what I'm saying? We can get y'all a quick little interview. Hey, y'all pop y'all shit up, and y'all can pop off. It's all good. Just let us know.
Yeah, like we support women's sports over here. That's what we do. Antonio Brown, you're a fool. For those who know, you know.
What's his new CTESPN? Okay.
Yeah. His CTE kicking his ass. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bro, if there was ever a nigga who because you know that video where it says if you ever see me fighting in the forest with a grizzly bear, help the bear. If there was ever a nigga who needed to be helped with his CTE, like a full-on fade, bro, it is Antonio.
Yeah, because after that Vontaze Burfict hit, boy, he ain't been the same.
Bro, I don't even know if that was it, bro. I feel like
no, you know what? No, you right. I think he always been like this because I totally forgot I have posted a video. Do you remember when he returned the punt and kicked the punt?
He dropped it, freaking Johnny Townsend in his face. Yes.
I totally forgot I posted it. It popped up on my memories during the season, and I was just like, "Oh, he been on this bullshit." Never mind.
Yes, bro. That's why when he got naked in front of everybody and took off his shit and limped off the field, I was like, "Oh yeah, we ain't gonna never see him again. We ain't gonna never see him again." I knew he was cooked after that, bro. Because I'm like, bro, there's no fucking way you got here and got to doing the motherfucking Bash Brothers from DC, from D3 Mighty Ducks, and got to swinging your shit in the box and shit, and then ran off the field.
Who was it? Was it Petey Pablo?
Bruh, like, take it down. North Carolina, like, come on, bro. I knew his brain was in there on cheese bubble mode, bro.
He was,
like,
but that motherfucker, he lost. That motherfucker, he need help.
Like, his brain is.
You know what? If there's a motherfucker we need on the show for an interview, I'm gonna see if I'm gonna reach out to Antonio Brown. I'm gonna see if I can.
I'm gonna hit him on Twitter. I guarantee he probably gonna hit me back.
It's like, yo, just come on the show, dog. He could be our Cat Williams.
5 minutes, bro.
He can be our Cat Williams.
You feel me? Just pop in for 5 minutes. We just need a quick interview about everything that's going on and what you got and your new moves coming up at CTE ESPN, and we'll let you go. It's all good.
Right. Because, Shannon Sharp, he took off with his Cat Williams interview. If we get Antonio Brown on, boom, we out of here.
It's over. First thing I'm gonna ask you is, did you fuck Tom Brady, bitch?
Because they're not married now, so I want to know.
I want to know. You stayed at his house. You feel me? I know he was at practice and shit like that. You had to get your shit. Did you or did you not?
Did you smash?
Fuck that nigga, bitch. Let me know.
Did you smash, dog? Like, I want to know. That's correct. You know what? We're gonna have to. Yeah. We're gonna jump on Twitter and reach out to AB and be like, brother, let's just come on this show. See, then we can do Unplugged.
There you go. See, yeah. You feel me? We can get that Unplugged interview at a little longer access. And see, we already thinking. We already got that.
Right.
We up here with
it. Got it. All right. With all that being said, we up out of here. Shout out to my man, my little nephew Andre, in the comments. Sorry, he's an FSU and a Vikings fan, and you are living a horrible life right now.
Very tragic. But
it's tragic.
I wish I could say it better, but I honestly don't know. So,
and then everybody else listening on Spotify and Apple Music, thank you. Keep coming through. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Always rate and review us. Give us 5 stars. If you give us 4, we are inclined to think you are a hater. I stole that from Bomani Jones. I say that every time I say that because Bomani's my guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so like I said, we're going to catch up with you guys this week. Basket to basket, player versus team, gentlemen's talk, right back here inside the huddle. This is what we do. We're going to keep hopping, keep doing the thing on our road to a K.
And we almost there, man. So y'all go ahead, like, comment, subscribe, share. All I want for my birthday is 1,000 subscribers, bro.
That's it. Also, we got some new stuff coming out. Season 2 of Inside the Huddle will be our first episode of the season. Our first episode of season 2 will be the day after the draft. We will recap the first round on Friday. Was it April 26th?
Yes.
Yeah, April 26th will be season 2 of Inside the Huddle. We will debut then. Have some new things, new themes and shit going on. Some surprise stuff as well. We don't want to get into it. You got to show up to see what we're doing.
Yeah, be square.
Yes, sir. So, but all of that being said, we appreciate everybody who comes through. Returners, new people. Matter of fact, we got to come up with a name for the Inside the Huddle.
For the Inside the Huddle chat, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Right, because the returners, y'all the special team.
Yep.
Because
y'all the special teams.
Y'all the special team. The people who keep coming back, y'all the special team. That's it. I like that. So the stuff we're gonna do for season 2. We're gonna integrate a lot of football
stuff, man. Feel me?
A lot of football terms to the group. So once again, we out of here. Boom. Love you. See you later.
Yeah, come on, push your button.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn